Hi there, everyone, and welcome to Chill and Trade TV. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. But if you're back here again, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to trade with a regulated FSCA broker, just click on the link in the description down below. And if you want to find out exactly what is an FSCA regulated broker, there is a video in the channel, so you can just go ahead and take a look at that so that you know what you should look out for when you choosing a broker to trade with. So in this week's video, ladies and gentlemen, or episode, we'll be taking a look at gold and Nasdaq. Just gonna be a simple update on analysis and then just looking for trading opportunities. I hope you guys had a profitable NFP this past Friday. It is a new week, I mean a new month. So let's keep on pushing. Let's just keep pushing. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. So with gold, this is the 4 hour on gold. Let me see if we do have a structure. Gold has been pushing up, has been bullish, for the longest time, ever since this this past move or structure. As you can see, the market just repeats itself. The market just repeats itself. As you can see, I like trading patterns because they play out. They play out. So let's see if we can get another pattern here. So in those highs, in these lows. Okay, it does seem like we have a nice pattern here. Let me go down to the 1 hour time frame and just see. Okay, we do have a nice ascending pattern here. So with this pattern, we are anticipating pushes to the upside. We are anticipating buys to the upside. However, it does seem like there is a head and shoulders. So let's just try and do this. Let's rather do this. So sometimes I like to apply zones instead of the actual pattern, depending on what I see. And right now, I currently see nice areas where I can have zones so that the market is nice and clear and not too much going on. So let's have that zone there. Let's have this zone here. Let's have that nice zone there. And if you already identified this zone, I think you should be in a nice sell here. Because as you can see, the price pushed down and went up correctively, and it's pushing quite to the downside again. And let me just see. Let me also draw this zone here from there. This is nice. This is very nice. Let me just cater for that low. So like I said, if you were able to identify this zone before and you caught this sell, I think the target should be at this zone. Somewhere in the zone or at the zone. So now as we can see, this looks very simple, straightforward, something we can clearly focus on. Let me also just zoom out and see. Let's also have this zone right here, that zone right there. Remember, the overall direction is to the upside. So if gold does drop, it won't drop for a long time. It won't drop for a long time. Okay, so I think this is very clear and straightforward. If price does continue to push to the downside, I'll wait for the break and the retest at the zone, and then my TP will be at the next zone, which is this one, and then I'll wait and see what happens. I'll wait and see what happens. But if it does go to the downside here and then reverses, I'll look for a continuation pattern, and then I'll enter until the next zone. So this will be my target. Or you can set this as your first TP, and then this your second TP. So if price does give you something nice, that this will be your first target, and then your second target will be there, will be there. So also if it does break out, what's wrong with this? Let me just do it again. If it does break out, look for a retest at the zone, and then let me rather use this breakout, retest, and then your target will be there, or a continuation pattern. Either way, anyone you feel comfortable with, or whichever one is your type of entry strategy or entry style. And if you're a bit more aggressive, you can enter here at the lows, because as you can see, this zone is a very strong zone. Every time price came here, it rejected the zone and pushed up and pushed up. And then that head and shoulders I mentioned previously, we have this first shoulder, this the head. So this might be a neckline, and then that's the right shoulder, and then price might continue to the downside. So there's just a bit of few confluences playing out here, according to me, and what I see. So I'll be just playing around these zones. These zones will be my guide on how to enter the market. So that's it for gold, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you see what I see, or see something similar. Yeah, yeah. But for gold, I'm only looking for short to medium term sells, not long term sells. My long term direction is to the upside, which is buys. So let's move on to Nasdaq, ladies and gentlemen. If you go ahead and take a look at the past video I did on Nasdaq, we were looking for these buys to the upside. I hope you guys got these buys, even though they were a bit choppy. So right now we're just going to identify our trading opportunities, or just according our setups according to the market structure. So with Nasdaq as well, let me see if I can just extend this. Okay, we do also have a nice pattern here as well. So this will be our high, previous higher high. So this will be our targets. This higher high will be our target for the buys. Wait to see if Nasdaq will create a new higher high. But for now, this is our main focus until this high. So with Nasdaq as well, this is a nice pattern. So I think I'm also gonna just have zones on this. I think it's just better if I have zones on this. And how we're gonna draw our zones is we're gonna use this previous high there. As you can see, it nicely incorporates with the market and how the market has been moving. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. I hope you guys are getting value from these videos and how I do my analysis. And please note that these are not trading, these are not signals, ladies and gentlemen. This is just me showing you how I look at the market or analyze the market and the trading opportunities I am looking forward to. Some might have the same and some might not. Remember, there are more than one ways of killing the market. Okay, I think another one will be this one. Another one will be that one right there. Let me just adjust the zone properly. Let me zoom in. Okay, I'll use this high as well. I'll use that high as well. Alright, as you can see, price is nicely in our zone. Price is nicely in our zone. These are just false breakouts. These are just false breakouts. So this one also is pretty much simple and straight to the point. Should I have another zone here as well? Just to cater for these. Okay, let me do that as well. Let me do that as well. So now we know what our focus is. As well as Nasdaq, I don't think it's gonna drop too much to the downside. I don't think it will do that. I don't think it will do that. But we'll see according to how the market will play out. And then finally, let's have this as our last zone. Last zone. So you guys might say this is support and resistance, but for me, I don't see it that way. Basically use these for just entries and my targets and stop loss. That's what I use these zones for. That's what I use them for. All right. So now that we have identified our playground, ladies and gentlemen, so with the Nasdaq, same thing, same thing. If it does break out, I'll look for a retest, then I'll enter. Targets will be at the next zone, and then if it does continue to do that, If it does continue to break out, I'll wait for a retest or continuation pattern, and then I'll enter, and my target would be until this zone. Until this zone. Should this happen, and price might invalidate the bias to the upside. Cause let me just go to the H4 time frame. Price might form an even bigger structure. Price might form a bigger structure here. It might give us a bigger structure. Let me see what happened previously before this happened. Let's go to the daily time frame. See, here price gave us a nice big structure, then it pushed to the upside. Pushed to the upside. This one's just a small one, so we don't include it. So price might give us something like this again here, just to complete the cycle of the market, or the nature's theory of the market, and then it will push to the upside. So that doesn't mean we shouldn't capitalize on the short-term opportunities we see. So let me go back to the H4 time frame. So maybe something like this might just play out. Let me just try and clone this. Maybe you might get something like this. Might get something like this, or let me rather do that. Might get something like this. You might get something like this. You might get something like this, and then price pushes all the way to the downside. Then we'll be looking for the buys to the upside. So we'll just have to wait and see how the market plays out. That's why for now we just focus on the current market movement. Focus on the current market movement and see where we can capitalize. So let me move back to the 1 hour time frame. And if that does not play out, since price is already at a zone and it is pushing up, let's just hope this push to the upside continues, because you see this rejection. Price has been rejecting this zone, has been rejecting and failing to break this zone. So if price does push up, same thing, breakout, retest of the zone, and look for buys. My target will be at the previous higher high. My target will be at the previous higher high, which is this one, the main one, not this one, this one. This higher high will be my target. So that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Until the next video, don't